Wonderful. Good evening. Happy Friday. I'm really glad that you're taking the time to listen to my thoughts on project management and why this is an amazing opportunity both for business and for your career. My name is Ines Kaps, and I'm the founder of the Passion for Projects Academy. This is an online coaching program for project managers, and I'm helping them leading complex projects and really developing the crucial skills into leading even more complex and difficult projects. Why is project management such a wonderful topic and such a topic close to my heart? I've been doing projects now for good 25 years, so I have a couple of years on my belt, and I've run more than 300 projects throughout my career, both small projects, big projects, streamlined ones where I was implementing new processes, a lot of digital transformation projects, but also the organization of events and conferences. So a whole variety of different types of projects. And I've started with project management during my studies when I was studying in Austria. And I was part of an association, a student association, ISAC. And one of the first tasks that I was given was the organization of a social responsibility event in 1996. So quite a long time ago. But this is something that really was something that I enjoyed and I continued doing, even though I didn't plan in becoming a project manager when I did my studies. I was studying business in Austria and in France and business strategy, but it never occurred to me that project management or a project manager would be a career. And I was in management consulting my whole life, and also I was running my own businesses, and currently I'm setting up a new business idea, Passion for Projects Academy. So even though I never had the title project manager, I was always leading projects as a consultant, senior consultant, and I moved up the career ladder in the management consulting business. So what is personally for me the career opportunity you could see and you have in project management? One element is that you will be able to discover and learn a lot. Learn a lot, not only in terms of methods and methodological skills, like it can be an agile project, it can be a traditional waterfall project. This highly depends on the content, on your industry, what you are actually working on. So the more you go into AI projects, software development projects, the more agile you will become, you will work, the more, let's say, crisis management, regulated, or let's say construction work, or carve out post-merger integrations, the more, let's say, waterfall traditional project management methods you will find. I've rarely seen 100% agile or 100% waterfall. There was always some sort of agility or traditional reporting, scope definition, budget constraints in all my projects. So there is, at least in my experience, there wasn't never 100% one or 100% the other. So the learning is that you will learn a lot about not only reporting of a project status, stakeholder analysis, as well as planning. How do you plan a project, either in the agile way or in a more traditional way, whether you really will lead scrum meetings, retrospectives, or steering committee meetings. It all depends, but these are skills and activities that you will develop and learn. And these are skills and skills that you can transfer to a lot of different roles and a lot of different industries. So how you set up a project, yes, it depends on the industry, and yes, it depends on the content. But when you really think of the actual activities that you need to do and to structure and to achieve, you can reuse a lot of your skills all over the place. So there is a lot of transferable knowledge and skills and talents that you will gain and use throughout your career. And I think this is something that really makes you very valuable for companies, because you will be, let's say, an innovator, because when you have experience from different industries, you will bring in some new thinking, some new approaches, and that is always related to innovation, something new. And as a project manager, you are in the situation of being able to run projects across industries. And there are also activities that really help you build a professional network, as an example. As a project manager, you are interacting with a lot of people. You are interacting with your team. You're probably interacting with suppliers or clients or with management. So there are a lot of different stakeholders that you're dealing with, that you're communicating with. And this is a huge opportunity for you to build relationships and to build your professional network. And the professional network is really your, let's say, your safety net for your professional career. It's not, I wouldn't say you have a job security, but you have a network security. So when you have a really good professional network, it will be easier for you to find new opportunities, new roles that you haven't heard of, because they have not yet been created, but people are drawn to you and are excited about your results that you have provided, and they will be happy to really discuss a new role for you. And this is the really the element of a professional network. And as a project manager, you're naturally connecting with a lot of people. And I think that is the second piece that I really, really enjoy from in project management. The third piece is also linked to this. It is when you're talking to a lot of people, you're also learning a lot of things, and you're learning about new technologies. You're learning about new requirements or issues that departments have. So sometimes when you are a project manager within a large company or within any company, but when you're leading a project that is touching a lot of departments and a lot of processes, you gain so much information and knowledge about how the company or the business is working. So this is an incredible asset that you are developing. And it is also a huge career asset. And as a consequence, you're also a huge asset for your company, because you're not only knowing all those people, but you understand the processes, and you know how the business is working and where the tricky parts are within your business. And when you're a project manager and you're, as an example, implementing a new transformation, digital transformation technology, or you're at the moment implementing new AI applications or ideas, or if you're trying out, well, what could an AI, let's say the most famous one is ChatGPT or Copilot, what could they improve within your business, within your processes and tasks? You really dive deep into how your business is working. And this is really a very essential information and asset. And you can be one of the people who drive businesses forward. So your ability to understand the different requirements, to build networks and to communicate with all those different stakeholders is absolutely essential for the success of your business. And I think this also allows you in a second step, when you've developed or learned all those bits and pieces in your organization, that you're connecting the dots when you say, well, I've heard this requirement in the marketing department. They want to reach customers in a format, and I have my after sales department who also want to reach customers in a certain way. Maybe they have the same requirement, but they don't know that they are actually using different tools or different approaches to achieve the same thing. So you as a project manager could actually bring those departments together who naturally maybe don't speak to each other. And by bringing them to the table, maybe there is a new opportunity to reuse existing solutions, reuse existing ideas. So connecting the dots, I think, is something that is extremely valuable and rare among people who are content or subject matter experts. So people who dive very deep into a topic, who are subject matter experts, are, as the word says, experts in their topic, in their subject. And it's the nature, and it's also their USP to be so deep. And as a project manager, you don't have to be a subject matter expert in all the topics. Actually, you cannot be a subject matter expert in all the topics that are related to your project. So you need to be comfortable in saying, well, I don't know. And you don't need to know, but you need to know who you're going to ask to find the answer. So you're basically the spider in the web. So you know the different connections and the people and the experts, and you bring them together to find a solution to deliver the project. That is basically your core essence. And connecting the dots, identifying the dependencies and identifying the risks are extremely important talents and skills that a successful project manager will develop over time. This is nothing that you study in your exams or in your university. This is really something that you learn while doing projects and while running larger and larger and more complex projects, where you really see those dependencies and those risks, and you develop the skills in order to lead those projects successfully. So these are, in my view, the three really excellent elements for you as a career opportunity. It is the excitement of new things, the professional network, and then really the your skill set, your transferable skill set, in order also to understand and see the dependencies and the risks. For the business, these talents that you have gained as a project manager are also hugely important. Projects, in particular in the service industry or professional service industry, are the engine, are the fuel for the profit. So there are a lot of industries that gain their profit and their profit margin by delivering projects for clients and for customers. And as a project manager, you really are also responsible for the profit margin, for the success of the business. So the more projects and the higher the profit margin you're achieving while implementing, the better for the business. And I find it sometimes very difficult when you, let's say, prepare a proposal to a client. This is, let's say, for the sake of the example, an SAP implementation, and we have these are the costs, and this is for my business, my potential revenue. As a consulting business, you celebrate. We just won a great project. We just won a great client. But selling and winning this project is one part. Delivering the project is the other part. And delivering this project in a way that you actually generate a profit, not only the revenue, but the profit. That's the tricky part, and that's the essence of a really good project manager. And you deliver the profit margin, you deliver on the business benefits, realization for your clients, but also for your employer, for your, as an example, consulting company. This is where, I wouldn't say where the magic happens, but this is where your survival of your business happens. It's you as a project manager. Yes, you are responsible for this profit margin, but you cannot do this on your own. You have your team, you have the relationship with your client, and you also have the relationship and hopefully the backup of your management team. And one of the critical elements in delivering a profitable project is change request management. So you have a project, you have a scope or an idea, or however you have structured the project, and then something happens, some changes happen because either the environment changed, the requirements changed, the whatever, something changed. And you can take this on as a project manager, yes, but it's really the negotiation and the calculation is, if I implement this change, what is the impact on my profit margin? So, and this is a constant calculation and also negotiation with the client, where you say, we're not jumping and doing every change that the client wants, because it doesn't not always make sense, and B, it is expensive. So it's really having this eye-level conversations with the clients and say, if we do this change, this is the cost. If we do this change, this is the impact on the project, because it might not only be a cost impact, it might be a time impact, and the project will be delayed. So identifying not only, yes, there is a change, but what is the impact in the financial perspective, in the time perspective, and also on the outcome of the project. What is this change? What is the impact of this change on the project success, on the business benefits? And these conversations are absolutely essential for you as a project manager. And if you do them well, you will be, let's say, a revenue and a profit generator for your business, because these are the projects that generate profit for your business. If you have these really trustful and good conversations with the client. So you as a project manager are responsible for delivering profitable projects for your business. And as I said, one of those key elements is communication, is your communication skill with the client, with your stakeholders. And it is not only establishing a good relationship and a network, what I've also discussed earlier, but it is the communication skill to address critical topics, to address conflicts, and to say no. Say no not only to your client, and sometimes to your team, and sometimes to your boss. Because in most cases, you may have not only one project, but other activities and tasks on your table as well. So your communication skill to negotiate your activities, your tasks on your table, and to negotiate and with your boss, and to prioritize what is important and what is essential. This is not only very important for your project, for your career, but also for the business. So identifying what is not only what is urgent and important, I think that is something that naturally happens when you're running a project, but it also what is important for your success. So what are the activities that you need to do in order to deliver a successful project? And at the same time, what are the activities and tasks that you need to do in order to achieve your dream career? So it's not only your project, but it's also your career. So your prioritization skills are essential to move the project forward, to move your career forward, but also to have an activity set, or a list of activities or tasks on your table that are manageable. So when you drown as a project manager because there are too many tasks on your table, it's neither healthy, it's not fun, and exhausted project managers will not decide and lead a project well. So it's essential for the business also to keep you healthy and to keep you sane. And so if you're drowning in work, it's not healthy for you and also for the business. And your confidence and competence to say no is something that is utterly important in this context. So we have, for the business, it's the importance of you being able to communicate with the client in a very good way, deliver change requests, and really deliver in that respect profitable projects. It's the prioritization also for the client for this project, but also for you and for your career. That is absolutely essential. And then, as I said, it's the business case realization, the business benefit realization. You're doing and delivering projects for a purpose, and that is when you are employed for the purpose of the company, for the purpose of your clients, and it's the realization of this purpose and of this business benefit that is absolutely essential. And I think if you think and reflect maybe over the weekend on how you are running your projects, and are you communicating well enough, not only with the client, but also within your company and with your line manager? Are you communicating well with your stakeholders? Are you prioritizing the right things? And do you know what are the right things? And if you're unsure whether you're working on the things that will lead to success, if you're unsure, ask your line manager. And I think this is something that is really essential. It's not like, I don't know what I should do. It's more on the topic is, you want me to take on this project and take on this activity or task. Can we sit together and prioritize what is on my table so that I focus on the most important things? And if you communicate the tasks and your requirement of prioritization. Maybe some of the tasks that are currently on your table will move away because your line manager or your management actually says, was actually this is not so important. Just leave this and move it to someone else. So actually delegating this. And I think realizing, do I communicate well enough? Am I focusing on the right activities? Am I working on a success list instead of a to-do list? And am I really focusing on the business benefits and focusing on the financial profit of the project is really important for the business you're working in. Profit is the name of the game. It's not about profit maximizing, but it's really about making a substantial impact with the project that you're delivering. So these are my thoughts on why project management is a really an amazing career opportunity and also a business opportunity if you run your projects well and if you take the opportunities as a project manager that lies ahead of you. So I think I love projects. I've been doing them for 25 years, and I really, really enjoy also supporting project managers in their journey of delivering the projects. That's what I do in Passion for Projects Academy. I love this job, and I really love seeing projects being successful and successfully implemented. If you want to know more about Passion for Projects and the Projects and Success Accelerator, drop me a line and I'm more than happy to have a conversation with you. I wish you a great rest of Friday and a wonderful weekend, and talk to you next week.